Hey there. Do you like my new skin? It's much better than the old one. I think, at least. No more monstrosity. Which was kind of fun, honestly. It was a little funny, but we should probably look a little bit better. Anyways, today I'm going to be adding a lot of detail to my island and building it up quite a bit, because currently we just have our house and a crane and the mine shaft, which I love, but we need a lot more. So, first and foremost, I would like to build an actual mining outpost building right over here, either here or over here, because I want somewhere to store all of our stone and ores and all of our blocks, basically. And currently, everything's just in these chests or in the chest monster in my house. So I would like to add a couple different buildings to store different items. I mentioned in the last episode I want to have a space for all of our stone and ore over here with the mining facility. I would like to add some detail over here as well, make it a little bit more lived in. And then an idea that I had, I do want to build that birch tree over here. I'm contemplating making it big enough for me to walk into, or maybe walk underneath. I haven't fully decided yet, but somewhere where I can actually store all of my wood blocks as well inside of the birch tree, either inside or underneath. So yeah, first I'd like to build this mining outpost because it's rough over here and everything is just strewn all over the place. So I'm going to get started on that. It's going to be pretty simple. I don't want to go super overboard, but I do want to keep the general aesthetic of this house with our mining facility, but it's going to be more of just like a rectangle building. So I'm going to gather everything that I need and get started on that. Okay, I actually totally lied. I realized that we need a lot more space for all the buildings that I want to make, so I'm going to start out here by placing down a bunch of torches so that we can work through the night and not have to be running back and forth to the house every 10 minutes. And my plan is to build up the island a lot and level the whole thing out, and that'll just make building a lot easier. So that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I went into this with zero plan, but I started out by placing a bunch of torches all over the island to prevent mobs from spawning so I could work through the night. From there, I started double layering dirt on the uneven areas and chopping down any trees that I ran into. I want a double layer just in case an enderman steals a block or something, and if that happens, we won't go falling straight down into the hole underneath. At this point, I realized this wasn't the most efficient approach, so instead I went all the way around the outside of the island, bringing the border to the height I wanted it at. Once that was finished, I had to go collect a ton of dirt because we were already out, and then I went back to double layering the open areas and also chopping down any trees along the way. I never claimed to be good at math, but I ran out of dirt again and had to go collect even more until I had enough to finish the island out. Now for the next phase. I basically wanted to build a retaining wall all the way around the island. I spent a few hours in a creative world messing around with different pallets and settled on a combination of tough blocks, so I went down into the mines to gather as much as I could find. I must have had a fever dream that night, because the following day I decided I wanted to do deep slate instead. So I headed back to the mines and spent some more time getting more deep slate. Thankfully, I already had a bunch in my chest, so it didn't take that long. From there, I went all the way around the perimeter of the island and settled on this design. Anything under the surface of the water is polished deep slate, and I do need to go around and clean up a couple of areas. The first layer on top of the water is chiseled deep slate. Then I have 2 blocks of deep slate bricks, and ending on top with chiseled deep slate again. This took far too long, but I'm really happy that I switched from tough because I like the way that it looks, and now it's time to fill in this island a bit so it's not an empty void like it is right now. Hey, it's me, the big fat liar again. I've totally changed my mind. I'm gonna start with the tree. I don't know why. Kind of an impulsive thing, but I think it's gonna be probably the hardest build of this video, so I want to make sure that I get it done with. So this is what I'm going with. I want the trunk to be big enough where I can walk into. I'm gonna place some like slabs and stuff, make them look like roots all the way around the tree. I think that'll look pretty cool. I've seen other people do that, but I'm just kind of messing with this, honestly. I have never made a tree before, a custom tree, so I have no idea how it's supposed to look. Do I like that? I don't know. I think it's fine. We're gonna mess with it. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I just want to get this out of the way, and I just know it's gonna be rough. I have looked at a bunch of pictures of like real birch trees, and most of them start out kind of like in a clump. They're either one singular long skinny branch up, or a clump with like a ton of skinny clump at the bottom, and then a bunch of skinny offshoots up top. So I'm gonna try and replicate that. If it's horrible, we might shift gears, but I'm gonna go pretty quick here and just cut in and out because I think this is gonna take a while. So I like that, and the way those roots look from a distance. That's pretty neat. We'll add some over here. All right, I'm gonna stop rambling, and I'm gonna just kind of cut in and out as we make some progress. All right, so I started on the trunk. The opening there is the actual block that I spawned in on. So obviously underneath a little bit, but I want it to be big enough to walk into. You can see the barrel down there. I'm using birch oak, some diorite, polished diorite, diorite walls, and I do have some calcite I'm going to use at some point, but I haven't used that yet. All right, I've added 2 branches up, and I'm going based off of this picture, so trying to make it look fairly accurate. I might have to add a little bit more, I don't know, more in the middle here. This is tough. It's gonna be fine. But now I'm gonna add a little bit more to this, and then I'm gonna go grab a bunch of birch leaves. Okay, so this is what I settled on, and I've decided I truly hate it, and I'm gonna tear the whole thing down. Notice all the water on the ground. I fell like 72 times, but I think I just want to make the main trunk a lot thicker and higher up, and I don't know, I just think it'll look a lot better. So I am gonna tear the whole thing down now. Alright, I tore the whole thing down, and I'm gonna start over, which sucks, but I don't regret it. This is the first time I'm doing this, so I figured there would be some learning opportunities, I guess. I also realized that it looked really weird the way that it was, so I'm shifting it back a block. So, yeah. But I learned from my mistakes, and I have a good idea of what to do. I'm going to make it a lot taller, at least the base of it, so the thicker portion of it will go a lot higher, and I just think it's gonna look a lot better. And I think I was totally correct. That looks so much better to me. I know you guys didn't see like the entirety of what it looked like before, I guess. Oh my goodness. I love this so much more. So now I'm going to bring in a bunch of birch leaves and finish it off, and I'll show you the final product in a second. All right. I think we're pretty much done. I love it. I might have to add some more leaves. I wanted to leave some of the branches open so that it wasn't just a big blob of leaves. But I don't know. I'll probably edit this at some point, but that's a future me problem. And yeah, so I've got these little roots down here like I showed before. I'll show you the back end. I'll probably go to free cam in a second too and show you, because it's hard to see from down here. But the thought here is that I would enter right in here and it'll go down into a storeroom underneath the tree, and I'll have all of my wood items, wood blocks down there. So I'm gonna have a separate space for birch, separate space for dark oak, spruce when we finally find it, if we ever find it, etc., etc. So the only thing that was like tough was it is so close to my house. So that made it a little difficult because I couldn't branch out to the right as much as I maybe would have. But I think it worked out pretty well, and I really like it. I did have to obviously tear it down pretty much all the way at one point, but I do like the way that it turned out. I think next, I know that I said I was going to do the storeroom for the rocks and ore, but I'm going to change my mind again. My thought is I'm going to work from the house out, and I want to get to at least the storeroom today, but we'll see if we get any further than that. I want to start out by making a spot for horses and animals, and I want to be able to bring the horses over here naturally, everything naturally, not shove everything in a boat. So I'm going to build a bridge to connect over to the land over there. But yeah, I want to build it straight across and just connect this area. Okay, so it's going to start. I'm just going to go all the way across 2 wide with dark oak planks. Then the border is going to be deep slate bricks. Now I'm going to count out to the middle of this. I think it's 29 wide, so and then this block is 15. And what we're going to do, build a pillar all the way up. But we don't want it to just look like that because that's pretty trash. So I'm going to do stair, stair, stair on either side. Create a little arch like that. I think that looks pretty decent. I'm going to do that over here. Going to create another post here and then over there as well. Then we'll do one on the other side. And of course, I'm going to run out of deep slate bricks because why would I count correctly? I'm going to finish this out in a little bit with more deep slate bricks when I go get them. And on each of these, I'm going to do a little pillar. Right there. And then lastly, fill this in. And we're getting attacked. Just to finish it out, we're gonna fill these spots in and hope we don't blow up. And there you have it. The bridge is finished. I'm gonna go into free cam in a second and show you from a distance after we get to safety. We will sleep and burn that guy to death. So this is it, completed. I really like it. I feel like I say the same thing every time. Yeah, I really like it. I like the arches, the light. It's spawn proof because all the blocks are at least above 0 with the lanterns. That's part of my goal too, is I want the whole island to be spawn proof. Oh, I don't think I ever showed you the tree from up here or from a distance. I don't know. I like it. If you guys have any suggestions, please give me whatever ideas you have. I'm all ears. And now that I have the bridge, I can get on and off safely. Every single time I left the island before this, ever since I built the wall up, the only way to get in and out was off of my dock. So I just had to, I would jump off the side of the wall wherever, and then to come back in, I had to go all the way around the back and through the basement, up through the house. So we can get in over here. I can go get some horses, and I think that's what we're gonna work on next. I am gonna put together a stable of some sorts. And then from there, I definitely wanna add like some life. Right now we just have this and it's all just totally flat. And then we definitely have to redo this path. I don't love it. I want paths all the way throughout the island, but it's kind of hard to do it until I have all the stuff built up. So I'm gonna get started on the stables now. All right, I am basically ready to go on this barn. So what we're gonna work on next. I marked it out with cobblestone. So this first big section, this is gonna be the entrance here. I'm gonna have space in here for cows and pigs and sheep and whatnot. And then I'm gonna have this smaller section out here with 3 stalls for horse, donkey, potentially camel, but it might take a while to get those because we can only go 1,000 blocks and I don't think we have a desert biome. So don't think we're getting a camel anytime soon. So yeah, I decided on similar palette. Again, I went back and forth, couldn't really decide what looked best, but I think I'm gonna do tough on the bottom with the dark oak wood for the pillars. And then I'm gonna do deep slate roof. So similar, but I think it's what I settled on just as looking the best. So I'm gonna get started on that and I'll check in every once in a while. Now I'm done with the bottom section, so you kind of get an idea of how big it's going to be. There we go. That looks good. Now I'm going to go all the way around the inside and just do a tough interior, and I'm gonna worry about breaking out windows and whatever after the fact, but for now I'm just gonna go around with tough bricks. Now we're actually going to break out our scaffolding so we can get up here and get started on the roof, which again is going to be deep slate. You go 1 block in, go up 3 on either side, and then I like the look of this, similar to what I did down here, but I think it makes sense on the barn. I'm just gonna fill these slots in with fence posts. We're gonna do it on this side too, once we get the actual roof in. Oh my gosh. I can never get away from these freaking baby zombies. There you are. Oh my gosh. I hate them. I hate them so much. Okay. This reminds me. I have been sharing a couple of... Oh my gracious. I've been clipping a couple of my long form videos and turning them into shorts, and so I shared, oh my god, oh this is bad. I shared the clip from episode 1 when I first spawned into the world and got attacked by the baby zombie, and somebody commented on it and basically said, can't remember verbatim what they said, but essentially they said, I hate noobs and watching them, and you suck at the game, pretty much. And I'm like, yeah, kinda I do, but that's okay. I never claimed that I was B-dubs or anybody of that caliber. I like to build, I like to play the game, and I'm not very good at it sometimes, and that's okay. I really do appreciate the comments. Any comment, good or bad, I'll take it. Little energy drink break. I have 3 kids, and they are all 6 years old and under. And occasionally we just have some rough nights. I'm sure if any of you watching have kids, you totally get it. And last night was a really rough night. My middle son woke up literally just delirious and screaming about how his nose was stuffed up, which it was, but he wouldn't let me use like the nose spray that we have or blow his nose, which normally he does without problem. And the whole ordeal. And then my oldest son woke up literally like 3 times. I think between the 2 of them, I got woken up like 7 times during the night. So I'm very tired today. I am definitely ready for bed, but it's Wednesday and I would like to get this video out tomorrow, so gonna try and wrap this up. All right, I think we are done with the roof, which is usually the hardest part for me. So let's see what we're working with. Now that's done. Now I can go around and add some of the details, do the windows, finish off the inside, and like close off these areas here. What did I do here? Why is this 3? I'm gonna get rid of that. Ooh, that looks bad too. It's fine. I'll probably open that up and just do a fence post here. So gotta clean up a couple areas, but overall, not bad. go get some animals really quick. I'd like to fill this up a bit. I don't think I'm going to do a horse just yet, because I want to get started on the mining building. But cows and sheep, and wow, I need to clear this up. Come with me, buddy. Let's go find another friend. Chicken. Oh, I need a chicken coop. Come on, children. Come on, boys. What are we doing? How is there not one more cow in this freaking plain? Alright, we'll take a sheep. Oh my gosh. Idiot. Get over here. Stay there. Buddy, what are you doing up there? Oh man, you guys are really, really dumb. You guys still in here? Yep. Yep. Our episode 1 friends. Alright, we got 2 of every animal. Like Noah. It's actually my first time back to the village since episode 1. I think next time I am gonna go explore the ravine in the middle of the village. It could literally just go straight down and that's it, but I'm hoping there's more to it. Oh, hey. Alright, now we should be good to get back with all of our friends. We already had 2 cows, but I'll take 3. Also like Noah's Ark, no one's drowning. Well, I guess like everybody drowned, but none of my people are drowning. Listen, I'm not going to argue with more sheep. Less work for me. Dude, get over here. What are you doing? How did you get lost? Idiot. Come on. Come on, people. Feel confident for about 2 seconds and then I turn my back and someone's lost. Come on. Home sweet home. If we can get over there. I don't think I've lost anybody. Permanently. Temporarily? Absolutely. Come on. No, where are you going? Where are you going, guys? Get over here. Come on. Come on. It's not that hard. Did we get everybody? I hear it. Oh, there's the chickens. Okay. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? Don't get stuck. Come on. Come on. There we go. Come on. Why don't you get through? I think the easiest thing, we're going to get the chickens in first. I'm just going to put them in this far one for now. I think I'll probably build a little chicken coop, but currently this is good. Okay. Now everybody come back. Come on. Alright. You go in there. Go. Get in there. Come on. Come on. Get in there. No, not the sheep. Idiot. You absolute idiot. And you guys want to live there? What are you doing? You messed up. There we go. Our first baby. First babies. Alright. Mission accomplished. That part of the island is still very scary, but that's okay. We'll get there. Now I am finally ready to do what I said I was going to start with, which is the building that we're going to put right here for all of our mining supplies. I'm going to fill this whole space up. It's going to have 2 levels and different storage areas for each block. And I'm pretty excited to finally have storage for all my stuff. Honestly, one of my favorite things of Minecraft is being organized. And if you look in any of my chests, it's a complete disaster except for literally these two are like the same thing. Everything else is just strewn about willy-nilly and I hate it. So, really excited to have this done so I can organize all my mining stuff, and then probably off camera I will do underneath the trees so we can keep all of our wood stuff. Gonna keep all of our farm supplies in the barn, etc., etc. I really like Fwip and what he's done with his world where everything is where it's supposed to be. So that's kind of what I'm shooting for. But the only issue is the building's going to be pretty big and it's going to block this. Like if I'm up there on my balcony, I'm not going to be able to see the crane. So I might have to destroy this crane and put it right here. So that's cool. This is why you plan out your builds in advance. This video has taken me a long time, much longer than the last two. So I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to do a time lapse of this building. Just a quick one. So bear with me. If you did make it this far, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming back and watching. I would love a like, comment, subscribe. All of those help push the video out further. And yeah, really, I love, obviously subscribers are cool, but the comments have been great. I really enjoy them, and I didn't have a time to respond to comments this week. I didn't get as many comments in my last video, but I would love some comments. Let me know what you think. Ask me some questions. I would love to just have a time to respond to comments each video. So with that, let's get building. And there is the finished product. Well, I wouldn't say finished. Like everything I've built today, I need to do more. I need to actually add campfires to the chimney so that there's smoke coming out because I didn't have any. So there's nothing coming out right now. I do want to move this over as well because it blocks from up there, but that's future me problem. It's really late. I would like to go to bed and post this video at a normal time. But yeah, I went around the outside, just did fence posts on the sides and fence gates in the middle with these little hanging lanterns all the way around. I was gonna make windows, but with what I want to do on the inside, it didn't feel right. I also went with a very similar aesthetic, but basically switched what I did over here. So this was dark wood on the outside and then deep slate, and I just flipped it. I did deep slate and then a wooden roof. But with this world, we wanted to build with what was around us. So I thought about making like a copper roof, but A, I didn't have a ton of copper, and B, I wanted to just keep what we had currently, at least for our first like few builds on the island. So let me show you the inside. Again, not finished. It's not going to have a grass floor when I'm done, but this is kind of the idea. I want to have these visual representations of what is actually stored here. So obviously this is going to be stone and cobblestone. This will be deep slate. I want to keep all the natural stones on this side, and then I'm going to keep the ores on this side. And I think in the back end over here, we'll have like furnaces and stuff. And then I have this fireplace. I did bring this all the way down. I might close it off. I don't really know yet. I'll decide that later. And then second floor, I've done really nothing, but same vibe. We'll have space on either side to store our blocks. So I should have enough room in here to basically store everything that I would normally use. Now this is a view that I can get behind. So today we made our tree, which you can't really see from here. The bridge. Love that little bridge. Our barn slash farm. We got animals in there. Chickens, sheep, and cows. And then last but not least, our mining facility storage building. And we got some wheat planted. I need to go harvest and actually plant all the way around because currently it's not full. But added some paths, all that good stuff. I love where we're at. I would like to take a break from building. I've been building like nonstop, placing dirt and building nonstop for a week. So it'll be nice to do something different. But yeah, here's an aerial view of what we're working with right now. I didn't put any of the ores on the left side because I don't have silk touch yet. And I really would like to have like actual raw iron and diamond over there. There's a few things that I haven't been able to do because of silk touch. Like over here, I don't want trees here. It doesn't really make sense. I would like piles of ores with the rail going over it. But on that note, that's where I'm going to end this week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.